My next guest was one of the big winners this past weekend at UFC 262, getting that first round finish over Jamie Pickett. It's Jordan Wright back here on the program. Jordan, how's it going, man?
I'm great, James. Feeling awesome. Got back from Texas just a few days ago. Feeling awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, but I did not get a spectacular first round finish like you did. Could that fight have gone any better, man? You don't get paid by the hour.
No, it was fantastic. It was I don't know. I was prepared to go the distance. I was prepared to go out there and take my time and pick my shots. But as soon as I saw that that he was buckling a little bit, I went for it.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that. You could see when he was hurt, you sort of went for the kill. But I also thought you were very good about it. You didn't overextend yourself. Like you just, you went in there and sort of picked your shots and then finished them when you did. It didn't look like there was any pressure going into this fight. It seemed like you were more relaxed than normal. Was that the case? How did you feel in there?
Absolutely. Again, one of the things that Anthony's always getting on me about is just like, be more relaxed. Don't be in a rush. It's okay to, not, you don't have to hunt for the finish. Just let the finish come to you. And I was just, again, just super relaxed. I felt like there was no pressure to have to get another first round victory or, or even just a finish in general. I was just like, whether it's a decision or a submission or anything, I'm ready to go after it and do my best and get the win by any means necessary.
You always go for the finish early. That's sort of what you've been known for throughout your career. But Pickett's a pretty tough guy to finish early on. I remember his Contender Series fight, the first one he had against Puna Soriano. He survived that, ended up going the distance. Did you expect the fight to go that quickly?
No. Well, actually, it wasn't his first one against Bird. Charles Bird?
Charles Bird, yes. Or sorry, it might have been the one after that I was thinking of, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. And even in that one, I remember seeing something where he had talked about, and, no disrespect to Bird for that performance. It was a great performance that I think that was the only time Pickett had been finished at that time. And he had taken the fight on like less than a week, like maybe a week's notice, something like that, maybe 8 days, a week or something. And I'd seen a thing where he was like, all I focused on was the weight cut for that fight. And of course, that can hinder you as well. So when I had seen that, I was like, oh man, like, while it was a while ago, it's also like, that was the only time he had been finished, and it was taking it on short notice and having to cut a lot of weight because the dude's a big middleweight, So I thought, like, this guy's not going to be an easy guy to finish, but at the same time, I'm just going to do my thing, and if the finish comes, I'll take it. If it goes to a decision, that's fine too.
Yeah, I just remembered he was on Contender Series 3 times. I forgot that he had the first fight against Bird. It was the fight against Puna that he lost, and then he won again and then got back in the UFC. But that doesn't matter. Was there anything that surprised you at all? It was a quick fight, but was there anything that maybe you weren't anticipating in the fight?
No, not really. I did have a thought that he was going to shoot in. Mm-hmm. No, not really. I think we really covered all that we needed to cover in the training camp to be just prepared for whatever he was going to do.
I know UFC 262 was a stack card, but are you a little bit surprised you didn't get the bonus? I figured you would have had that in the bag.
I thought I would too. I'm a very fortunate guy. I'm a very blessed individual. I'm not out here trying to be like, I'm fighting for money and the big checks and this and that. Like, I do this because I love it. But at the end of the day, I really thought I had it in the bag. I thought, like, hey, that check is mine. That was definitely the performance of the night worthy performance. But, what can you do? The UFC pays me very well, though, so I'm happy to get the win bonus.
No, if anyone's ever seen any of our interviews or even like your post fight stuff, gratitude's big on your plate. So I think no one would think otherwise. I was just curious. Like, I figured you were going to get it, but I don't make the rules there apparently. So there you go.
Yeah.
But another sort of highlight from this card was you and Lando Vannata got to fight on the same card, and you guys used to train together back at Jackson Wink. And there's that great video that Lando posted, I just saw today on Instagram, of you guys embracing after the fight. What did that mean as well, to not only get this big win on this huge card, but also that you got to fight on the same card as a former training partner?
Like, it's not just he's not just, former training partner to me, James. He's like one of my best friends in the world. Like, even though we don't train together anymore, we still talk all the time. We lived together. We're both huge anime nerds. We both love martial arts. We love all the same kinds of movies. And it's Nick Urso as well, his coach. Like, the three of us came up fighting together. We were just, three peas in a pod. And there are other people as well, Derek Brunson and Anthony Hamilton, Derek Boyle. We were all kind of the dorm crew. We had our own thing going on there. And we're all super close. And it was just great that, Lando and I also had the same manager, so he was able to get us on the same card together. So, again, it was just great that we could all be there and I could have my team, my current team, and seeing him there with Nick and spending all of fight week together was just such a great experience. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. The whole fight week was great. We cut weight together. We fought. I fought, and then he fought immediately after. It was just such great energy, and I don't know, just a great moment. It's one of those things that I love about our sport, and those are moments that I live for.
Yeah, now that you mentioned Nick and Lando, I'm trying to remember, but I think our very first interview, it was one of them that was like, hey, you got to interview Jordan. And I knew about you because I was actually at the time doing the Flow Combat rankings for the regional scene. And I remember, I forget who it was who gave me your contact information, but that's how we started doing interviews. So it's one of them. I think it might have been Lando, actually, now that I think about it. But
I think it was actually Nick.
Oh, it was Nick? Okay, yeah, gotcha, yeah.
Where you guys had mentioned to me. And yeah.
It's crazy. That was years ago, by the way. But yeah,
he was like, "Nah, man, he's a ninja."
Yeah, no, it was very cool to see that. So that's sort of a nice tidbit as well. Last sort of thing on the fight. What was the feedback like on social media? Because again, it was a quick finish. Everyone was talking about it. It was a big card. Did you kind of notice the followers go up or get a lot of props from people on social media?
Yeah, the followers definitely went up. It was pretty crazy. Like immediately. Like the following count doubled, and it's more than doubled since then. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Good stuff. I want to talk quickly about this weekend's card. There's a fight actually in your division that I'm sure you're keeping an eye on. Jack Hermansson is taking on Edmen Shahbazyan. Right now on FanDuel, Jack Hermansson the favorite, -150, Shahbazyan +122. Who are you liking in that fight? Who do you think gets it done?
I like them both. I think they're both really good fighters. They're both finishers, and they both really are comfortable out there. Anytime you watch either of those two fight, you can see like, okay, these are some pretty seasoned veterans. I don't want to say that like Shahbazyan got exposed by Derek Brunson or anything like that. I think Brunson was the better man that night, and I don't think Shahbazyan is quite on Brunson's level. As of now, like he's still so young,
yeah.
And I think it might be a similar story this time. I think I don't know if Shahbazyan's quite ready for a guy like Hermansson, but then again, he's a really surprising guy. He went up against Tavares and knocked him out. But I think I'm gonna go with Hermansson on this one. They're both great fighters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Because Hermansson had that big win over Calvin Gastelum, but then he lost his last fight to Vittori. Like, it's a very interesting fight. And again, for Shahbazyan, like, I know he's only 23, I think, but yeah. But if he loses another fight here, that's going to be really tough for him to sort of move forward. But anyways, I was just curious about that fight. And then the co-main event is an interesting one. Xiaonan, the strawweight, she's -124 against Carla Esparza, who is the former champ. She's +102. How do you like that fight? I don't know if you know who Yan is. She's undefeated in the UFC right now.
I don't know who she is. Sorry.
No worries. It's all good. I like the honesty there. Yeah, she's the one who beat Carla. Not Carla. She beat Claudia Gadelha. She defeated her a couple fights ago, or I think last fight actually.
Well, I mean, shoot, based on that, Claudia's great, and I remember when Carla was coming up on The Ultimate Fighter, and she was the first champion in that division. It was that division, right? 115.
Yeah, 115. That's the division. Yeah. So.
I'll go with. Again, it's hard to say because I've never seen her.
No
fight,
worries. No, I like the honesty. We can pass on that one. But the main event, I was curious to get your thoughts on. Rob Font, Cody Garbrandt. Rob Font, the favorite, -118. The former champion, Cody Garbrandt, -104. Who are you liking in that fight?
I haven't seen a lot of Rob Font fight, but I'll go with Garbrandt. I'll go with Garbrandt on that one.
No worries. Understandable. Former champ, coming off a big knockout win over Rafael Sunsao in his last fight. That's
that was a sick knockout.
It was. I know. It was very good. And the Sunsao's tough to finish. I don't think he's been stopped much at all in the UFC. When are you looking to fight again? I know this is a couple days removed. Do you sort of have a timeline of when you're looking to get back in there?
I have thoughts going through my head, but I'm always in the gym, James. I'm always training a lot. Like I got into that, after my last fight, I had, gotten to the gym like immediately after that, and then I got COVID and had to stop. But then after that, I was just back in for months. So I have to, take some time, chill, decompress a little bit. It was I missed celebrating my girlfriend's birthday throughout this.
So you got to make up for that.
For Mother's Day, so I'm planning on spending some good quality time with her and my family, and just getting some good chill time out of the way beforehand. Although I still plan on going back to the gym really soon. But right now, it's just focus on let's let everything kind of settle and chill out and not overdo things and think like, oh man, I have to be right back to the gym and kill myself in the gym now to be ready for a week notice. I want to take my time and we'll see.
Yeah, probably. If I'm just guessing here, probably the fall. Take the summer off, or just sort of work on some things, and then sort of reassess here, because it's not a sprint, right? It's a marathon, and when it comes to fighting, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like my fight camp is all year round. Like I'll be back in the gym like either next week or the week after, basically ready to take a fight anyway. But as of right now, I just want to focus on the family and the things that I love outside of martial arts as well. Because even still, like I want to go back to the gym right now, but it's important. I want to let my body relax a little bit.
Lots of anime this week, I'm sure.
Maybe we'll see.
Is your girlfriend into anime? Does she like watching it?
She'll watch it with me, but she's not like an anime fan or anything like that.
Okay, understandable. It's tough. Listen, I deal with this too. My wife doesn't even like she doesn't. Well, she watches a bit of MMA, but hockey and MMA are not her things at all, and those are like my two things. So it's teach their own. You got to kind of find the things that you like and you don't like, right? So.
It's funny. She always puts the ball in my court, though. Like, what do you want to watch, babe? What do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? And I'm like, babe, you always make me pick, and it's like I don't want to just force you to watch what I want to watch. Like, let's watch something you want to watch too.
Yeah, exactly. Find that compromise as well.
Exactly.
So, what is the plan? So, you mentioned obviously going to see your mom and the girlfriend and stuff. Any other plans this week, like in terms of downtime and stuff? Do you got anything actually planned, or is it just we'll take it day by day and see what the day brings us? Yeah,
take it day by day. Like yesterday, I didn't. I didn't train my normal thing yesterday. I didn't wake up and go to the gym, but I taught. I still taught. I teach once a week. Anthony's always telling me, to be a good martial artist, it's important to teach. You learn about yourself and a lot of the techniques that you go over. So it was nice. I got to see a lot of my students, and they were super happy, and it was really cool. So I'm just kind of taking it by ear. I'm probably gonna go up and hang out with my family later today.
So. Good stuff. Well, I appreciate you taking time here today, Jordan. Always a pleasure. Again, congrats on the win. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Yes, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, my team, my manager, my friends, Lando and Nick and all those guys. And I want to thank you, James. And